Hi, I'm Corin from kachingretail.com. We're a retail consultancy that helps independent and specialist businesses. I'm going to talk to you today a little bit about how things work when times get tough and why we need to adapt to a changing landscape and do things a little bit differently. And to start with, let's look back historically how people used to shop. The big area there in purple represents shopping visits to town centres, and historically pretty much all of our shopping used to be done in town centres. Now that's changed quite dramatically recently, and we estimate that shopping visits to town centres represents only a third of our overall shopping. The red area is brand new, that's supermarkets, which obviously dominates a big chunk of our shopping visits now, and the other areas are split across the internet, which is well publicised, local convenience shops, which is a boom sector at the moment, and then out of town or other towns and city locations. So you can see the slice that we get for town centres has now reduced to, quite significantly, to just a third. It's not just that though, the overall footfall we estimate has dropped by 10% during these sort of tough economic times right now. So what do we do then? We've got a smaller slice of the pie and we've got a smaller pie. Well, let's just look at it in a numbers term. If previously 2,000 people passed your store a day and 1 out of 40 liked your windows and came in, you'd have about 50 customers coming through your store a day. If we were sort of cautious and said you converted half of those to spend £10 each, you'd be generating £250 a day or £1,250 over a 5-day week. That would give you an overall income of £65,000 a year. Now, when footfall drops, as we've seen on the previous slide, in our example, that would drop down to 640. So a third of visits into a town and a drop in 10% would bring us to 640. Now, with the same conversion rate, so if we did the same things we used to do before, that would generate 16 people a day instead of 50. And at the same conversion rates, that would give us 8 people spending £10 each. Clearly, £80 a day, £400 a week, and a total turnover now of just shy of 21,000. A significant drop, and that's what a lot of people have experienced. What we need to do is we need to change. We need to either get more of those 640 people to come in, i.e. improve our exterior conversion, or of those that come in, we need to get more of those to buy, which is our interior conversion, represented by the number 8 there. Or finally, we could look at how much those people are spending. So if 8 people are spending £10, could we get them to spend £20 and therefore double our turnover? So these are the variables, or a combination of those variables, that we need to look at. So let's just look at the headlines then, the kind of things that we can change and adapt to. Improving exterior conversion. As I said, if 1 out of 40 people isn't enough, then we need to get our windows and what have you to work harder. Improving interior conversion. So maybe 1 out of 2 of those that come in is not enough, so we need to get better at converting people in the store. Maybe we need to increase that £10 to 15 or 20 by doing new things to increase our average spend. And then, of course, we can look at new sources of traffic that aren't coming down the street, maybe websites or social media or what have you, and increasing the amount of times that people visit using loyalty schemes and what have you. So the overall message here is what you're doing now isn't wrong, but we need to adapt and change if the landscape around us is changing. And the evidence is certainly pointing to the fact that it is changing. I'm Kaching Retail. I'm Corin from Kaching Retail. Come visit us at our website, and wishing you a great day.